this is a rugged 4x4 in mini form. It's tiny, but it's so capable off-road. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Amelia Automotive, and today I have a very exciting video for you guys. So this is a Suzuki Jimny commercial vehicle behind me, and I've absolutely fallen in love with it the last few days. So if you don't know me, I'm a massive Land Rover enthusiast. I have a 1989 110 factory V8 at home, which I absolutely love. I've always loved Land Rovers. And I've had Jeeps in the family as well. So for me, driving this car the last few days, it feels like if a Land Rover 90 and a Jeep Wrangler had a baby, this is what we'd get. It's so much fun to drive. So let's have a look around it and then we'll go for a drive. So this car is very retro looking. I really love it and I'm here for it. So we don't have LED bulbs in this, we actually have halogen bulbs. So that's a bit sad, but I think it adds to the charm of the car. We also have Steelies now, and I know there's a big thing with SUVs and people loving Steelies on them, and I personally think the Steelies really suit this car. What do you guys think?
The boxy design continues at the back, but we don't have any tinted windows. We do have a nice spare wheel though, and we have the Jimny all grip sign at the back.
So for me, as an individual, with my partner and my dog, this is a super practical little everyday car. So we have a boot capacity of 863 litres and we have a payload of 150 kilograms, which for a commercial vehicle really isn't a lot at all. So I don't know how much you'd really fit in the back of this if you're using it commercially. However, as a little daily driver, it's super practical. The only thing I have noticed is I did some shopping and I was waiting in the car with my other half. He went in, we had the dog in the back. He came out and we were like, oh, where are we going to put the shopping? Now we do have a well-behaved Labrador, so he didn't eat the food from the shopping, but I feel like you'd probably need a cage in here if you had a dog so that you could then use the other side for storage. We do have the standard cage here, which is really useful. It's really sort of utilitarian and I really like it. Really nice in the back. I mean, the suspension in this car, I can make the whole thing wobble. Obviously, that might be because it's a commercial vehicle and it wants to be loaded up, but yeah, I think this car has a lot of character and I'm really enjoying it. And I love that you can open the boot like this, super practical. We don't have any parking sensors though. That is one thing that's slightly annoying. I know it's absolutely tiny, but I would like parking sensors because I'm used to them, to be honest. I'm used to them. But it's so tiny, you're fine. You've got the wheel. If you can go into anything anyway, you put a wheel that's going to stop you first. Let's talk about the interior because it's very, very small in here. Now, for reference, I'm 5'9" and I found driving this car absolutely fine. So you really can't move the seats forward very much. That's what you get with the seats, and then that's how you can recline them. So my dad, who's 6 foot, struggled. He had to have it like this to have enough space here because your knees are literally touching, and then you can't open the glove box here, which is quite annoying. But what I do really like is that we've got a bar here. It's very rugged, suits the car, and I like that it's got that. I actually don't mind the sort of scratchy plastics because in a car like this, you want to be able to just wipe everything down. You want it to be nice and easy to use. If you're off-roading, you do not want loads of carpet and soft bits everywhere. So we do actually have some nice floor mats, which are really, really practical. I mean, you can literally just wipe them down, wash them down. The only thing is the door side pockets are so small, I don't even see the point. You probably fit your key in it and maybe a piece of paper, that's it. But that's another thing. We don't get heated seats. We've got the buttons where the heated seats should be. However, on the steering wheel, so I said it does feel like a 20-year-old car, but it feels like a 20-year-old car, but with everything you need. So you've got cruise control, you've got Bluetooth, you can do your phone here. You actually do have lane assist and you also have the anti-collision, which is really good. So we have buttons here for our windows, which I really like, and then we have traction control that can come off here, and we also have hill descent. So as an off-roader, it's got absolutely everything you need. However, as a daily driver, I don't think it does. But like I said, I think it's, if you wanted this car, I think if you wanted a brand new one, this is better value than the older ones that are the passenger vehicles because they are selling for a lot of money. So you can buy one of these new for just under £22,000. Now you can then easily modify it yourself. that's without VAT. So if you are registering it as a commercial vehicle and you're with a business, you can obviously get the VAT taken off, and that would be really useful. Yeah, it's nice to have the option to buy these new, and I know it's really a shame that you can't get any other trim level but this in this car. This is how it comes. You get different colours, but the car is how it comes. But I think it's nice that you can customise it yourself. It's nice that you can get it brand new, because I've watched a few videos on the Jimny and I think there gets quite a lot of surface rust underneath. So I think if I was buying one brand new, I would want to sort of put some protective sealant on the chassis and the bits where it gets sort of rusty, just to prevent it. Now, it's only surface rust. This car is 3-4 years old and it's hardly got any. I think most cars like this do it. I mean, my old Land Rover, my dad used to have a 2015 110 utility vehicle, so this just feels like a baby version of that, and that got a lot of surface rust underneath quite quickly, especially if you're using it off-roading. I think it's really good that you get it brand new and you can literally just do what you want with it. I think it's nice you still have the option. We're very lucky. They do a 5-door one in California, I think, and that would be so cool. That would be super practical, a 5-door one. Right, so let's go for a drive now. It's a bit wet, it's a bit miserable today, and we're going to go down some country lanes because I feel like that's what this car is made for. So, let's go. Okay, let's talk about how this car drives, because you're going to find it's a bit wobbly, the camera, because the car is a little bit wobbly. It's a little bit wobbly bobbly. I think this would do really nicely with a torquey diesel in it, I won't lie. I think it would have a really nice torquey diesel in it. I'd like it a lot. Right, so I haven't used the hill descent, we're coming up to a big hill. So I assume you have it in first. Hill descent is on, so it's okay. So I put it into first. I'm going down the hill. I've left it in first and it's doing it itself. It's revving to about 2.5 RPM. It's going down the hill for me. Okay, let's turn that off. There you go. I like that. That worked quite well. Right, so I haven't talked about statistics of this car yet. We have a 0 to 62 time in about 13 seconds. We have about 100 brake horsepower and 140 newton meters of torque. So it's not the most powerful thing on this planet. It struggles uphill. It's a very loud engine. But that doesn't make it any less fun to drive. I think it's just got enough power for country lanes and things and to nip around in. It's got enough power, but you really, really feel the power. Look, I've had to change up now because I'm going uphill. 1 second, struggling a little bit. And we're going down a hill again. Yeah, so you do feel like nipping around town, you feel like the power's absolutely fine, but it's when you start trying to get up to speed, especially on the motorway is a bit scary, because when big lorries going past you, you do get, you know, it's one of those sort of clench your teeth moments. It's a bit wobbly wibbly when lorries go past because it's just so light. But because it's so light, it's half the fun. I mean, the reason it's such a good off-roader is because it's so light. It's just so light. It's brilliant. I think off-roading in this would be super fun. So we have different modes. We have 2 high, so that's rear wheel drive normally, so it drives in rear wheel drive. So I think you have to be really careful to remember it is rear wheel drive when you're driving it normally, because I mean, I don't think it's got enough power to drift or anything in it, but I think you should just be careful in case there's ice. So go down into 4H now. I'm in, what am I in now? You felt that? I felt something move. I went. Alright, I'm in 4H. It doesn't feel that much difference to actually drive it. This isn't a car for the faint-hearted. It's not a car for someone that wants a chilled SUV as their daily that they can just waft around and collect the kids in. This is a rugged 4x4 in mini form. It's tiny, but it's so capable off-road. It just goes, it just wants to go, it wants to go so bad. I think the only issue you'll find is the fact that it doesn't have that much power. I don't know. I think because it's so light, it wouldn't matter when you're off-road. There we have it. We've made it to the end of the video. So, final thoughts on the car. I love it. I really do love it. I love that this car's got so much character, and I love that Suzuki have been able to keep this on the road as a brand new car. I think obviously it's very standard, it's basic, it is a commercial vehicle, but it's lovely that you can customise this car to how you want. It's like with it, if you've got a Defender 90 or a Wrangler, you can customise it. It's part of the fun of having an off-roader. And it's got so much character. It's not going to be the best daily on this planet. It's not got the best engine. It struggles a little bit, but there's changes you can make. That's the whole fun of it. And I think if you want something that's sort of brand new, that you want to have your own take on it, why not get one of these? You can make this into the ultimate off-roader quite easily because of how lightweight it is. I think it's a brilliant car, and I'm glad Suzuki still have it on the market. Remember to like, comment, subscribe and all that shebang, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.